So once again you are welcome to Angel Health Academy. Subject Community Health Nursing Mnemonics. Topic for the day is chlorination of well or disinfection of well. So there are mainly two methods of purification of water, that is natural and artificial. In artificial we have two different methods, that is large scale method and small scale method of purification of water. I have already uploaded two videos related to large scale water purification, that is rapid sand filter and slow sand filter purification. In small scale methods of water purification we have two methods, household purification and disinfection or chlorination of well. So today let us discuss about disinfection or chlorination of well. Wells are the main sources of water supply, especially for drinking purpose in rural areas. Well water often gets polluted, especially the water from the shallow well. You know that there are two types of wells, mainly two types, that is deep well and shallow well. Shallow well is the peripheral level we are drawing the water. So this well water can easily get polluted due to the either natural or man-made various reasons. The polluted water increases the incidence and prevalence of waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, hepatitis A, etc. The need arises for the disinfection or mass disinfection of wells, especially during the epidemics of cholera and other gastroenteritis such as typhoid, hepatitis A, etc. And moreover, the well has to be disinfected after a flood or other natural calamities. The most effective and cheapest method of disinfecting well or chlorinating the well is with or by bleaching powder. Some people may use potassium permanganate for the disinfection of well, but it should not be used as it is not a satisfactory disinfecting agent. So the most effective and cheapest method of disinfecting the well or the chlorination of the well is by bleaching powder. Let us see what are the meaning of chlorination of well. The process of using or addition of chlorine or chlorine solution for disinfecting well water is called chlorination of well or disinfection of well. So it is the process of using or delivering or addition of chlorine for disinfecting the well water. The efficiency of chlorination depends on three factors. One is the quality of the water, second one is the concentration of the chlorine solution, and third one is contact period. Contact period is the period between the contact of both chlorine and water in the well after the chlorination process. The main session of the topic is steps in disinfection or chlorination of well. Let us discuss the steps in disinfection or chlorination of well. Steps of well disinfection or steps of chlorination of well, broadly there are 6 steps. First is find the volume of water of the well. We can use the formula of volume of cylinder, that is pi r square h or pi d square h. Then second main step is find the amount of bleaching powder required for chlorination. Find the amount of bleaching powder. Third main step is dissolve bleaching powder in water. Dissolvement of the bleaching powder in water. And fourth step is delivery of chlorine solution into the well. Delivery of chlorine solution into the well. Fifth step is contact period for 60 minutes. Then finally, to find out the residual chlorine, orthotoluidine test. So we have broadly 6 steps in chlorination. Find the volume of water of the well, find the amount of bleaching powder required, dissolve bleaching powder in water, then delivery of chlorine solution into the well, contact period, and orthotoluidine test. I would like to explain the chlorination of well or disinfection of well with the story of two BSc nursing students, second year BSc nursing students, namely Mac and Macco. This is our mnemonic, MAC Mac and MACO Macco. With that we can explain what is chlorination. So in their second year posting they are assigned to chlorinate in their assigned family well. So in this story we have 7 steps in chlorination. That is Mac will be doing 3 steps, that is MAC, and Macco will be doing 4 steps, that is MACO. Let us see what are the steps. So the Mac will find the volume of water of the well. So he has got 3 steps in his chlorination process. First one is M stands for measurement of diameter of well. Then A stands for amount of water in the well, that is measure the depth of water column. Then C stands for calculate or find the amount of bleaching powder required for the chlorination. So you may use the formula that is for the substitution of H and D with the pi R square H or pi D square H. Then second is MACO. MACO has got 4 steps. First step is mixing or dissolving the bleaching powder in water. Then after that, you will be adding this water or delivery of the solution into the well, that is A. Addition or delivery of chlorine solution into the well. Then his third step is contact period, making the family to understand that they shouldn't draw the water until a particular period of time for 60 minutes. That is called a contact period. Then last, after that, you'll do a test is called as orthotoluidine test. O stands for orthotoluidine test. So these are the 7 steps as to be conducted by MAC and MACO in their assignment of chlorination of well. Let us see in detail about their chlorination process. So as we have already informed, the mnemonic is MAC, MACO. Let us expand the MAC and MACO. The M stands for measurement of diameter of the well. Measurement of the diameter of the well. A stands for amount of water. That is, measure the depth of the water column in the well. Measure the depth of the water column. That is to find out the amount of water in the well. The C stands for calculate the amount of bleaching powder required for the chlorination. Calculate or find the amount of bleaching powder required. Then regarding MACO, M stands for mixing or dissolving bleaching powder in water. Mixing the bleaching powder in water or dissolving the bleaching powder in water. Then A stands for addition of chlorine solution into the well or delivery of chlorine solution into the well or in the well. C stands for contact period. The period for the contact of bleaching solution or chlorine solution with the water. We keep minimum 1 hour as a contact period. Then last one is O stands for orthotoluidine test. To find out the free residual chlorine in the water after the process of chlorination of well, we do a test is called as orthotoluidine test. So let us explain in detail about the steps in disinfection of well or chlorination of well. The first step is measurement of diameter of the well. Measurement of diameter of the well. The second step is find out the amount of water. That is amount of water. Measure the depth of the water column of the well. Then third step is calculate or find the amount of bleaching powder required for chlorination in that particular well. Then fourth step is mixing the bleaching powder in the water or dissolving the bleaching powder in the water. Then fifth step is addition of chlorine solution in the well or delivery of chlorine solution into the well. The sixth step is contact period and last step, seventh step is orthotoluidine test. Let us discuss in detail about each steps in disinfection of well. So the first step is measurement of diameter of well. Measure the diameter of the well, that is D. D stands for diameter. So here you have to understand all the measurement is done in meter in chlorination. That means 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. If you are measuring in the inch tap, we can convert the centimeters into meter. That is 100 centimeters equal to 1 meter. So usually measurement of the diameter can be done with the help of a rope and measuring tap. So sometimes we can use, if the well diameter is small, we can use the inch tape or other measuring tap. Otherwise we can use a rope and after that we can measure the length of the rope with the inch tap. So when we measure the diameter of the well, usually we measure the inner circle of the well, that is the diameter. So radius is the usually half of the diameter. Either we can take the radius of the well or we can make the diameter of the well. The first step of the MAC is measurement of the diameter of the well. You can see that diameter of the circle, this will be the diameter. Okay, you can see here that the well diameter. Actually we have to measure the inner circle of that particular well. Okay, then half of the diameter is called as radius. So now he has measured with the rope, that is the inner circle of the well, that is a diameter of the well, and he has got it as a 160 centimeter. that means 1.6 meter. When we convert the centimeter into a meter, 100 centimeter is 1 meter. That means 1.6 meter is the diameter of the well. Second step of chlorination is amount of water. Finding out the amount of water in the well. That means measure the depth of the water column in the well. So we can measure the depth of water column, that is we call H. H stands for height. That also should be in meter. It also can be done with the help of a rope which is attached with a stone, a heavy stone. As the stone is very heavy, when it touches in the lower portion of the well, that the rope will be in a straight line. And where the up to the point where the rope is get wet, that can be measured with the inch tap, and we can convert that centimeter into meter. So amount of water in the well or measure of depth of the water column in the well is done with the rope that is attached with a heavy stone. You can see that usually we have to put maximum in the middle of the well, because sometimes they may add the depth of the well. So we have to concentrate on the middle of the well to get the measurement of the depth of the water. So the second step of the MAC is find out the amount of water or measure the depth of the water column. He has already prepared a rope with a heavy stone, and he may throw the rope slowly into the well. Still it contact with the lower portion of the well. So he has measured the depth of the water as it is 420 centimeter. That means 4.2 meter. So he has measured the depth of the water column in his well, that is 420 centimeter. That means 4.2 meter. So the volume of water of the well, the MAC is measured the diameter of the well as 1.6 meter and depth of the water column in the well as 4.2 meter. So since all the units in this measurement are in meters, the answer will also be in cubic meter. So we have to convert the cubic meter into volume in liter by multiply it with 1000. So if we are taking diameter, we can use the formula as pi d square h divided by 4 into 1000 to convert the cubic meter into volume in liter. If we are taking radius, we can use pi r square h into 1000. The next step of the MAC is substitute the h and d. So for the substitution of h and d, the MAC is using a formula that is V is equal to pi d square h. D is a diameter, h is height of the water. So pi as a constant value, that is 3.14 into d square into h divided by 4 into 1000 to convert the cubic meter into 1000 liter of water. So he knows that 1 cubic meter is equal to 1000 liters of water. So the formula is 3.14 into d square. D is 1.6 into 1.6 into height of the water is 4.2 meter. Divide by 4 into 1000. Then he got 844032. Then is converted a cubic meter into liter of water by multiplying 1000. Now he got the cubic meter 844032. Now he has to multiply with 1000 to convert the cubic meter into liters of water. After that he got 8440 ml water. So the volume of water in the well is 8 liter 440 ml. Instead of dividing 4, we can also use another formula, that is 3.14 into 1.6 into 1.6 into 4.2 into 250. If you make multiplication with the 250, you will get to the same 8440 ml of water in the well. The MAC is also used the other formula, that is V is equal to pi r square h, radius. So 3.14 into r square into h into 1000. That means 3.14 into half of the diameter, that is 0.8 into 0.8 into height of the water, that is 4.2 into 1000. So he got 8440 liter of water in his well. The third step is calculate or find out the amount of bleaching powder required for chlorination. There is an apparatus called the Horrocks apparatus, usually used to estimate the chlorine demand of the well water. Usually in the home settings we are not doing or using the Horock apparatus, but in industry level we are estimating the chlorine demand of the water. Then we are calculating the amount of bleaching powder required for disinfecting the well. So to find out the amount of bleaching powder required for chlorination, roughly we can have a 2.5 gram of good bleaching powder would need for disinfecting 1000 liters of water. So we can multiply the total liters of water into 2.5. This will give an approximate dose of 0.7 milligram of applied chlorine per liter of water. So we'll get nearly 0.7 milligram of chlorine per liter of water in the well. Now the third main step of the MAC is to find out the amount of bleaching powder required for the well. So volume of water, that is 8 liter 440 ml, has to be multiplied with 2.5. So finally you got 21.10 gram bleaching powder required for this well chlorination. So total is required 21.10 gram of bleaching powder. So now the MAC has to measure the bleaching powder. He need 21 gram. He can use either that this measuring unit to measure the bleaching powder, or he can in general he can use the, as he has already studied in foundation, one small teaspoonful contains 5 grams. A scoop of teaspoonful consists of 5 grams. So he can choose any way to find out the 21 gram of bleaching powder, and he has to hand over to MACO to continue the next 4 steps of chlorination. The fourth step is mixing or dissolving bleaching powder in water. So bleaching powder to be added is first placed in a bucket. That is, we can use maximum 100 gram, not more than 100 gram in a bucket of water. And we have to make that bleaching powder by adding a little quantity of water as a thin paste. Then only we have to mix with a large quantity of water. So first we have to make the bleaching powder by mixing with a little quantity of water as a thin paste. So now the MACO is started his first step, that is mixing or dissolving the bleaching powder. Already it is calculated like 21 gram. So he has put into the bucket, and that is made into a paste like a thin paste like nature. It is better to use the gloves. Sometimes that bleaching powder can cause allergic reactions or burning sensation, etc. MACO is used the gloves to make the mixing or dissolving bleaching powder in water. So carefully he is dissolved the bleaching powder into a thin paste. Then after that more water should be added with the constant stirring of the content till the bucket is nearly 3/4 full of water. Then the content are stirred well, continuously it has to stir it for 2-3 minutes. Then next process is it should be allowed for sedimentation for 5 to 10 minutes. Allowed to sedimentate 5 to 10 minutes. So during this period all the lime will be settled down in the bucket. So the next MACO is filled with 3/4 of the water in the bucket, and he stirred well, and he kept for sedimentation for 5 to 10 minutes. Then after 5 to 10 minutes of sedimentation, the supernatant solution from this bucket, that is actually it is the chlorinated solution or chlorine solution, has to be transferred into another bucket that is usually family is using for the drawing the water from the well could be used for that. Then the lime or chalk that is settled down in the bucket should be thrown away or it should be discarded, because the lime should not be poured into the well as it increases the hardness of the well water. So we pour only this supernatant solution, that is the actual chlorine solution, into the well during the chlorination process. Thus the MACO is poured the supernatant solution into another bucket which is actually used for drawing the water from that particular well. Then the remaining chalk or lime that is settled down in the previous bucket he has thrown away. The next step is addition or delivery of chlorine solution into the well. So the bucket containing chlorine solution, now it has to be lowered into the well, and we have to keep some distance below the water surface of the well. Then the next step is agitation. The well water is agitated by moving the bucket violently both vertically and laterally. So lowering and drawing up of the bucket several times around the well. So this is an important step of chlorination, that is agitation. That is lowering and drawing up the bucket several times around the well for 5 to 10 minutes. That is to make sure that this chlorine solution is completely mixed with the whole water in the well. Thus, the agitation should be done several times so that the chlorine solution mixes intermittently with all the water inside the well. So, for the addition or delivery of chlorine solution into the well, Mako is used their own bucket and rope, and he poured the supernatant water into the that particular bucket, and he is lowered the bucket into the well, and he is violently agitated vertically up and down and all the surface of the water around the well for 5 to 10 minutes. Next step is, sixth step is contact period. A contact period of minimum 60 minutes, that is 1 hour, should be allowed after the chlorination process to ensure the destruction of pathogens before the water is drawn for the domestic use. So, a contact period of minimum 60 minutes or 1 hour. So, the Mako, before the procedure only, he explained the family and made them to understand well that, and they were already collected the necessary water for their basic needs, and they are stored in a particular container. So, he has kept a contact period for 60 minutes to 1 hour after the chlorination process. The last step is orthotoluidine test. At the end of 1 hour of chlorination or contact period, an orthotoluidine arsenic test is done to detect the presence of free residual chlorine. So, to find out the free residual chlorine, an orthotoluidine test is or arsenic test is conducted. If free residual chlorine is less than 0.5 milligram per liter of water, the chlorination process or procedure has to be repeated before the water is drawn from the well. So usually in industry level, we will find out the free residual chlorine by using an orthotoluidine arsenic test, and if the free residual chlorine amount is less than 0.5 mg per liter, the chlorination process will be repeated. So the seventh step of Mako is orthotoluidine test to find out the free residual chlorine in the well. So after the chlorination process, Mako has been done that orthotoluidine test, and he confirmed that the free residual chlorine is more than
0.5 mg
per liter of water. So there is no need of repeating the chlorination process, and the family can draw the water for their basic purpose. Both Mac and Mako were very happy because they have successfully completed their chlorination process, because they have got a free residual volume that is more than 5 mg per liter of water, and they took the opportunity to educate the family regarding well chlorination or disinfections. They added that wells are well disinfected at night after the day's draw off. Then there will be enough period to contact with the water with the chlorine solution. And they also emphasized about the superchlorination. So during the epidemics of cholera or any other waterborne diseases, well must be disinfected every day for a week. That is with the superchlorination. That means with a double dose of bleaching powder. Generally, we are using 2.5 gram for 1000 liter of water. Instead of that, 5 gram bleaching powder for 1000 liter of water in superchlorination. They also emphasized about the superchlorination, like it has to be done every day for the first week, then twice a day for a month, then 1 to 2 times per month. Like that, the process has to be completed. At the end, Mac is asked a question to Mako: what is the chemical changes in chlorination? How it's possible to destroy the pathogens in the water by chlorine solution? Mako didn't have any answer. After their posting and after their lunch, they went to the library and they have referred different books of community, and they found that when chlorine comes in contact with water, hydrochloric acid and hypochlorite acids are produced. The later hypochlorite acid is further ionized into hydrogen ions and hypochlorite ions, and it is reversible. So when chlorine comes in contact with water, hydrochloric acid and hypochlorite acids are produced. Hypochlorite acid further ionized into hydrogen ions and hypochlorite ions. Later they understood that this chemical changes destroy all the pathogens which is present in the well water. Let us summarize the topic. There are 7 steps in disinfection of well. The first step is measurement of well, that is diameter of the well and depth of the water column has to be taken in meters. The rope and tap can be used for measurement of the well, both the diameter and depth of the water column. Second step is to find out the amount of water in the well, the volume of the water in the well. The formula can be applied pi d square h divided by 4 into 1000. 3.14 into d square into h divided by 4 into 1000. So to convert the cubic meters into liters by multiplying with the 1000. Then the third step is calculation of amount of bleaching powder. That is 2.5 gram bleaching powder can be used for 1000 liters of water in normal chlorination process. Then next step is mixing of bleaching powder in water. So taking the bleaching powder in bucket, making a thin paste, adding 3/4 of the water and stirring well, that is constant stirring. Then keep for the sedimentation process for 5 to 10 minutes. Then transfer the supernatant water into the another bucket and throw the lime or chalk away. Then next step is addition of bleaching powder into the well. That is slowly take the solution bucket into the well, then violent agitation vertically and laterally around the well for 5 to 10 minutes. Next is contact period, that is contact between the chlorine solution and water of the well. Water should not be drawn from the well during this period, that is 1 hour. The last one is conducting orthotoluidine test to find out the free residual chlorine. So to detect the free residual chlorine, there is a test is called as orthotoluidine test. Adding bleaching powder or repeating the chlorination process if the free residual chlorine is less than 0.5 mg per liter. So these are the 7 steps in disinfection or chlorination of well. So thanks for watching. Hope this video really benefits in your studies and your exams. If you feel it is worth and benefit, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Stay tuned with the Angel Health Academy till we meet with another important educational video. Thank you.